We'll move over to the state representative, District 12 race, and we'll begin with the Republican, Brian Best. What do you believe is the biggest difference between you and your opposition?
I think there's an overall difference in our vision. I believe that we need smaller government, and we need to take the taxes of Des Moines and spend them wisely. The money that goes down there is the money that should be kept in your pocket as much as possible. The biggest difference is I know that I would have voted in favor of a balanced budget that Governor Branstad put before the House last couple of years. My opponent did not. One other difference, I believe, is our overall thought on gun control. I filled out the NRA survey. I believe that overreaching on guns is a problem. Government should not be doing that. I did receive an A from the NRA, and my opponent did receive an F. I have the NRA endorsement.
Now we'll hear from Dan Mulbauer. What is the biggest difference between you and your opponent?
The number one difference is just simply experience. I have 4 years as a county supervisor. I have been in the State House for 4 years. I understand and I know what is going on. I also, by working 8 years already, I understand the needs and the concerns of all the public citizens that we have. I have been quoted as saying, I have called home more to hear the concerns of my constituents back home than anyone else in the State House. I am interested in what you want to know. One thing I am that Brian is not, I am honest. I am a leader. I am not a follower. I do not have to go negative to try to belittle somebody to take a position. I am who I am. I vote. I have a record. I am there. I look out for the state of Iowa. One of the big things we have to do is repopulate rural Iowa. We are being run over. Actually, our state of Iowa is not changing in population. It is shifting from rural to the city. I need to work harder and keep working at how do we repopulate rural Iowa. There are big differences between me and Brian.
Let's move on to the supervisors.
Just a little story here, but I'm a fast thinker. I was down in Templeton the other day, walking up to the front door, and I thought the lady was waving me in. I opened the storm door and out run her cat, and she was really mad. I just said, I'm running for county supervisor. My name's Dean Shepard.
Now we'll hear from the county attorney's race. Here running unopposed, the Republican, John Wharton.
When drug dealer Michael Macklin shot at police, I prosecuted him. He got 45 years with a 30-year minimum. When Mark Lee stabbed his ex-girlfriend with a sword, I prosecuted him. He got 15 years. There was no talk about new laws on guns and swords, because that's not about real thinking about crime. When Mr. Muehlbauer was asked about crime, he talked about regulating video games and confiscating guns. Let me tell you, Dan, my son's Xbox and my deer rifle have nothing to do with fighting crime. Who you send to Des Moines greatly affects how I help you. Thank you.
We will move on to the state representative district race, and we'll begin with a closing comment from the Democrat, Dan Mulbauer.
Thank you again for coming tonight. You have a choice to make. I have chosen to stay positive and talk about my accomplishments. My record speaks for itself. I voted bipartisan many times to do what's right for District 12 and will continue to do so. I support veterans, renewable fuels, education, senior citizens, agriculture, infrastructure, mental health, and a balanced budget. And most of all, I support Iowans. I stood up to my own party when they asked me to go negative. I'm honest and fair. I've worked hard for District 12. Do you want a candidate that follows the pack, or one that stands up for what's right? One that has a proven record of leadership? It's time to send a message in 21 days. Will we elect candidates who know that if they want to be negative and spread lies, or do you deserve Will we elect candidates if they want to be negative and spread lies? You don't deserve the honor of representing the honest, hardworking people of this district. I appreciate your support. Re-elect Dan Mulbauer.
Now we'll hear from the Republican, Brian Best.
First of all, I want to thank KCIM, the Carroll School, for hosting this forum tonight. And to all of you who are listening on the radio, thank you. Again, my name is Brian Best. Like everyone in this room, I love my kids, I love my grandkids. If elected, I will do whatever it takes to pave a brighter future for everyone. That is my promise. If elected, I will continue in the tradition of Rod Roberts, a man that I admire, a man who listened to all and treated everyone fairly. As your representative, I want to help Governor Branstad keep Iowa on a good financial track. By doing this, we make Iowa an attractive place to live and create great business opportunities and job opportunities. If elected, I will fight for our rural farms and cities. I will work for you, with you, and as one of you. A wise man once said that there is no better way to judge a society than how it treats its most vulnerable. I believe this to be true. I promise to be an advocate for our most vulnerable, the elderly, the disabled, and the unborn. I am Brian Best, and I'm asking you for your vote. Thank you.